Looking to get all the nutritional benefits of eating fish, but you don't know how to cook it? Today I'm going to show you the best way I've found to make it taste like dessert. Now that my prep is in full speed, it's time to add some fish. Now, I don't do it because of the stereotypical bodybuilder response where I think it's going to thin my skin or anything crazy like that. The reason I personally add fish is it sits very light in my stomach, it does not bloat me, and it digests really, really well. And plus, when I'm hungry, I actually enjoy the taste. Where in the off season, I'm not a big, huge fan of fish, but come pre-contest, I'll eat it 1, 2, and even as many as 3 times in a day because literally I feel that and operate that good off of that food and protein source. So let me show you how I found to make fish taste really good and appetizing. So it's kind of a multi-layer process, so we're gonna kind of show you over the course of the day, but step 1 is that I wanna go over here is do not, and let me emphasize that, do not buy farm-raised fish. It's trash, it tastes awful, it's gonna stink up your whole house. Invest the money that you have into wild-caught fish. If you can't afford that, I would do chicken, I would do turkey, I would do egg whites, I'd do whey isolate. If you cannot afford the wild-caught fish, that's the options I would go with. If money is not an issue, let's simply opt for the wild-caught because it's gonna taste way better and it's gonna cook better and you're gonna actually enjoy it and your body will feel better. So let's get started. All right, step 1, I'm gonna spray this pan here and all we're gonna do is turn the oven on broil on high. That's gonna be heating up. Now we're gonna drop these 3 beautiful fillets I got from Fresh Market yesterday. When you get a good piece of fish, when you unpack it, you will not smell it. This will not smell at all. Let's get these out here. These are very, very large, which is why I like them. All right, seasoning number 1, ground cinnamon. We're gonna be very liberal with coating all 3 pieces here. I know this seems funny, but you are gonna thank me after you try it. Okay, so where to get this? There's a bunch of different things places we can get it. A fish market, fresh market. I really like the cod from Earth Fare, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, any of those places are gonna have really top grade, high quality fish that's gonna taste good. So to me, if I'm gonna invest money, I'd rather get stuff that tastes good, not the stuff that comes frozen. We want it to be fresh, and that way it's gonna cook the best and most thoroughly. So we put the cinnamon on it. Now we need one more ingredient, and that's a touch of salt. There we go. Now into the oven for 8 minutes. I went to pull it out at 8 minutes. Normally that's fine, but those are really thick pieces of cod. So back in the oven for 2 more minutes and we'll check it again. Hopefully we'll be done in 10. All right, let's give it a look. No, still more time. 2 more minutes. Oh yeah. The reason I kept turning the oven back on was because you see the splintering down the spine of those fillets on all the pieces. You want it to be coming apart, and that's how you know it's gonna be done and ready to cool. Now all we have to do is transfer them to the rack so that they can dry and get out of that juice. So now we transfer. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna split it, make this easy. What I wanna do is just sit around that rack. We're just gonna let that sit and rest for roughly 15 minutes. The fish is adequately cooled. Now all I'm gonna do is just get one of these containers. I'm gonna put all the fish into it and then put it into the fridge because I don't need to eat my fish right now. You'll see me come back in a couple hours and have it, and all we're gonna do is we'll just measure my portion out, put it on the stove, and I'll show you how to do the final touches for the end magic. We are back, got our big container of fish. We're gonna measure 8 ounces to start because that's how much I get for this meal. There we go. I have my 8 ounces of cod. I have 4 spares of asparagus. I'm gonna be using some vanilla extract, some cinnamon, and then 1 packet of Splenda. And what the Splenda is gonna do is gonna help it caramelize, and it'll give it a nice little crispy texture. So what I don't really like about fish is how it's kind of mushy, but doing it this way allows it to be more so along the lines of like in between chicken and fish. So If you have texture issues with fish, this may help big time, or it may not help at all. You may just not like it. But for me, this is where it's palatable, and I actually look forward to this meal. And again, as I said earlier, one of the biggest benefits is how well it digests for my system. So even though my palate may not like it as much as say chicken, beef, turkey, or egg whites, my body really loves the way I operate off of that. So right now, I only have it one time a day, and we're about to do it. So let's get after it. All right, so I'm just gonna simply drop that fish in there, listen to that sizzle as always, and then from there, all we're gonna do is just chop it up like you would ground beef, or you see me do turkey this way. But you see how that's just falling apart? That's because I broiled it properly in the oven. And it's very flaky, that texture is perfect. That's also how you know, in my opinion, that you have really good, high quality fish. I just refuse to give up on this meal because I knew how well fish made me feel. I was like, I gotta be able to find a way to make it that tastes enjoyable to me. So I tried making it savory, didn't work. I tried putting sugar-free barbecue sauce, sugar-free ketchup, mustard, you name it, and it didn't work. And so one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to make it sweet, make it taste like candy, and guess what? That was the ticket for me. So that's a good mince. So I'm going to cover it in cinnamon. Look at that. Now we're gonna add the packet of Splenda. Even distribution here. Perfect. 1 cap full of vanilla extract. And that cooks a little bit longer. Enough time to drop our asparagus. All I did was split those into halves, add a touch of water. It'll steam it right in that little pot. All right, asparagus done, and now we eat. That's my dessert cod for you with a side of asparagus. When I know that it was ready to come off, they're steaming really hot for about 2.5 minutes. You can touch them, they're a little spongy, and they're gonna go down really great, but still have a little bit of crisp and body to it. So let's smash this meal and get one step closer to that stage. This is all that matters, is this fish in my mouth at this moment. So thanks for following along, guys. Try this. Please let me know how you like it, and then like, share, and subscribe to these videos, and I'll keep bringing you more content in the future. Time to eat.